State basketball. The Buckeyes are preparing for battle, and you're preparing to listen to them. Equally important, this is Fan Warm-Up.
The Fan Warm-Up Show is presented by the Ohio State University Army ROTC. Buckeyes lead the way.
All right, here we go, Buckeye basketball fans. We got another Big Ten tilt tonight. It is a classic battle. It is the Indiana Hoosiers in town. They are 13-5. They are ranked 7th in the Big Ten. The Ohio State Buckeyes right now are sitting at 10-7, 2-4 in conference play. That is good for 12th place. They are coming off of back-to-back losses. They lost at home last week to a top 15 Oregon team. It was a game that they had. They controlled most of that game, and then that one slipped away at the end. In the final 5 minutes of the second half, the Buckeyes weren't able to string together enough of those winning plays to get the job done. That has become a bit of a theme in these last 3 losses for the Buckeyes, where you can take that back to a week earlier when they lost to 18th ranked Michigan State 69-62. Now that was one where Sparty, I think, had more control of that game, but Ohio State did come back and take a lead on them in the second half with plenty of time to get things corrected. They couldn't pull out that victory. And we go to just the last game where the Buckeyes lost in Madison, had a shot to win it. Very tough place to play, the Kohl Center. When you get those opportunities to steal a win, you want to try to seal the deal. They weren't able to do that. They lost 70-68. And the story of that one was just getting blown out in the first half. It was 37-20. You feel like if the Buckeyes were able to just bring something of a performance in that first half, they would have had enough in the tank to beat the Badgers. But it was just too much. It was too much of a mountain to climb. They cut it to 1. Then Wisconsin was able to just survive the strategy game and the foul game late to come away with a key victory. And that's the thing. Wisconsin shot 25 of 28 from the free throw line. And the Buckeyes were good from the line, too. They were 13 of 15, a lot better than what they've shot. But when your opponent is getting there, double the amount, that's going to be a difference and a factor in the game. And news for you here, which is definitely not good as you're trying to, beat the Hoosiers, who you are favored to beat. They're going to be without Malik Reneau, who's been a really good player for them. He's a 14 a game, 6 rebound a game guy, so it kind of neutralizes itself here. They miss him, and Ohio State's going to be missing one of their more key guys too. Devin Royal, sophomore forward, he is out, and apparently he's dealing with some kind of wrist sprain. I don't know if he's going to be out for more than this game, because you've got a roadie against Purdue. You got to go to Mackey Arena coming up early next week. You're going to need to have all hands on deck if you want any shot to go into one of the toughest places in college basketball to try to win a game. But when you look at the Buckeyes right now, when you miss somebody like a Devin Royal, you're going to be looking for a number of other guys to step up, because there aren't really Aaron Bradshaw going back into the starting lineup. It's going to be interesting to see how he performs now that he's been coming off the bench. But another one of those guys, him and Sean Stewart. I go back to Aaron Bradshaw and Sean Stewart, these former 5-star freshmen that were recruited to Blue Bloods, Kentucky and Duke. Bradshaw, Kentucky, Stewart, Duke. Didn't work out for them. They left after a year. But your front line, your 4 and your 5, how those guys were going to develop and how they were going to ultimately perform, I thought would tell us a lot about what this Buckeye basketball team could do. I had confidence in the backcourt, and Mobley's coming along. Bruce Thornton's amazing, and that's a big thing there too, because Michi Johnson has missed 8 straight for personal reasons, and there's no word on if or when he's going to come back. So now that you're missing one of your key bigs that has developed into a good one in Devin Royal, while still needing to make some moves defensively, this could put you in a tight spot. But we'll keep breaking down the Buckeyes as we talk to the former captain, Ron Stokes.
It's time to go inside the Buckeyes with OSU basketball analyst and former captain Ron Stokes.
Ron, there's something about Indiana. I don't even care who plays for them, who coaches them. It's the Indiana Hoosiers. It just means a little more when they're in your building.
It does. And I think Bobby Knight, being a Buckeye and obviously having an incredible coaching record there, had something to do with that added little emphasis.
He's the GOAT.
The Hoosiers.
He was
Absolutely.
the GOAT. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, and this team here Ron. I mean, I guess they're, chanting to fire Mike Woodson when they're getting blown out at Illinois. Their record on paper, 13-5, does not seem all that bad, but I guess the fans are getting worked up into a frenzy about Indiana. That's not to anyone's surprise, though.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of emphasis on basketball, namely because of what Bob Knight did, 5 national championships overall. He was part of 3 of those. And I would say that their basketball is to their school similar to what football is to Ohio State.
I would agree.
I mean, there's a certain level of acceptance in terms of every single year. And I think the biggest concern that Hoosier Nation is having is the way they're losing. I watched the game against Illinois, and I was totally shocked. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I thought maybe it was at Illinois. But when I saw that it was in Bloomington and Illinois had a chance to be up by 30 at halftime, they missed a shot at the buzzer there at the half. 2 players outscored the entire Indiana team. That's just unacceptable if you're an Indiana Hoosier fan.
And this is something that has affected Ohio State in road games only, where they've taken their licks a couple of times. But what do you think has happened here to Indiana? Or when you look at this Buckeye team without Devin Royal, how do you think they're going to attack it tonight?
Well, clearly, not having Malik Renault, it hurts them. I mean, here's a guy that's, Coach Woodson was expecting him to be a guy that could help them get into the NCAA tournament. They did make it last year. They declined a bid to the NIT. He goes down with an injury against Rutgers, and it's been 5 games. They have not had his services. Clearly, that has hurt their team. But still, without him, you don't expect to get beaten the way they were beaten against Illinois. But, going back to this Indiana team, they're still a dangerous team. I really like their big guy, Ballo. Inside, he's 7 foot. He's had 5 straight double games. Mbako reminds me a little bit of a Devin Royal. Been inconsistent for Indiana. If they can pull it together, they're definitely a team that can get a win here. Their issue is they don't shoot the ball well, and when they don't shoot it well, they struggle offensively, and we'll see if they're knocking down shots tonight. Yeah,
you mentioned Ballo, who transfers over from Arizona, started his career at Gonzaga, had some good years at Arizona. He's a true 7-footer from Mali.
Physical.
And physical, right?
Yeah.
And Mbako is 6'9". He's also got some weight to him. He's not the biggest guy ever, but he's 225 pounds. Like, he can bang a little bit. And then they bring in Luke Goody, the transfer from Illinois, who's a stretch 3 that's got some height to him as well. So they're a team that's got some size, which can affect Ohio State. But you're right. When you can't shoot it, that's going to affect you. We just need to see these Buckeyes start to shoot the ball a little bit better, too.
Yeah, I'm just hoping and believing that it's going to happen sooner than later. I keep looking at John Mobley Jr. He's due for a breakout game.
He is.
I really believe he hit that freshman wall. I know folks don't necessarily believe that happens, but I do think freshmen, all the mental need that they have to play at this level, the physicality that they don't normally see day in and day out, not just in the game, but in practice, it wears him down a little bit. I'm not making excuses for him, but I just think that the legs hopefully will come and he will. And if you remember, Bruce Thornton had a stretch his freshman year where he struggled a little bit offensively, and he got it going in the Big Ten tournament. But I hope that John Mobley sooner than later will have one of those monster three-point nights where it can just kind of propel Ohio State to another level.
Tonight. Let's do it tonight, Ron. Can't wait to hear the rest of your pregame show. Let's get this win tonight.
All right, go Bucks.
Go Bucks indeed. And that being said, with Mobley's struggles here recently from downtown, he's still 43% from 3 for the season. So really good. I will see you guys after it's done for postgame, hopefully talking about a Buckeye basketball victory. Buckeyes and Hoosiers. Hoops coming up next on The Fan.
You've been listening to Fan Warm-Up.
The Fan Warm-Up Show is presented by the Ohio State University Army ROTC. Buckeyes lead the way.
Stay tuned for Buckeye basketball on your flagship home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including the best-selling Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through February 3rd, get 4.99 APR financing on Camry or lease a Camry LE from just $289 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing with approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Kurgis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Kurgis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The Meijer 7 for $7 sale is back. For a limited time, pay $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more on participating items, like bags of avocado minis, 1.25 liters of Coca-Cola products, plus deposit where applicable, Dannon or Chobani Greek yogurt, Kraft mac and cheese, and Meijer brand frozen vegetables. Save a good deal more with the Meijer 7 for $7 sale. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See the Meijer app for details.
We've all got it, you know, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know. I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WEALTH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WEALTH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
At Buyers Volkswagen, we believe in giving you options. From browsing to buying, shop entirely online at columbusvw.com. Or if you prefer a personal touch, visit us by the airport and work with our friendly brand specialists. Right now, get a 2024 Volkswagen Tiguan for 0% for 60 months. Online or in person, your exceptional car buying experience awaits at Buyers Volkswagen. Visit columbusvw.com or stop by today. Come see why it's better to buy from Buyers. Offer good on new 2024 Tiguan models. Offered to highly qualified customers who finance through Volkswagen Credit for up to 60 months.